You want me to tell you something that really satisfies your sweet tooth besides plain old chocolate cake? That would be German chocolate cake. My grandmother started making this recipe when I was little, and it's been passed down to me, and I am a great expert at making it, and it's something that you should try. Something we all love is chocolate. Sherry Ralt wrote The Maya Inventions, which tells us where chocolate came from. It was invented by the Mayans and the Aztecs, so that allows for us to make this German chocolate cake. It's way better than plain old chocolate cake, so if you ever want to go to a gathering or some kind of holiday, I insist that you make this instead of just plain old chocolate cake because you will wow your guests. It takes a few extra minutes to make it versus chocolate cake, but it takes about 10 extra minutes to make it versus chocolate cake. So to make up for that extra time, the night before you could get your supplies out to save those 10 minutes for the next day. German chocolate only uses 10 ingredients, and so does plain chocolate cake, but you get that extra wow factor in the cake by adding the extra ingredients. There's more flavor and texture in German chocolate cake than regular cake, and you'd rather have a dessert for that type of gathering than just something that's boring. German chocolate cake is a 12-step process, whereas chocolate cake is a 3, so it takes, 9 more steps, but it's well worth it. I'm going to give you the ingredients for both recipes so you can understand that they are the same. For chocolate cake, you have 2 cups of sugar, flour, or 1 3/4 cup of flour. You have 3/4 cup of cocoa. You have half a teaspoon of baking powder, 2 eggs, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 cup of milk, half a cup of vegetable oil, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 1 cup of boiling water. With German chocolate cake, you have a package of Baker's Sweet chocolate chips. You do a half a cup of boiling water as well. You do a cup of butter, 2 cups of sugar, a half a cup of flour, and you add shredded coconut and 4 egg whites and 4 egg yolks. So it's the exact same amount of ingredients, just different types of ingredients. So you get that better flavor of the cake. German chocolate cake takes 40 minutes, whereas chocolate cake takes 30 minutes. So like I said, the 10 extra minutes you could save by doing your supplies, laying them out the night before. The history of cakes: German chocolate cake was invented in 1852 in the U.S., says www.npr.org. Chocolate cake was invented in the 17th century in Europe, says thefoodtimeline.com. As an American, I would go with American food. I think it would be better than a foreign food, so that should give you some insight on which one to pick. The recipe for chocolate cake is found in the Dr. Returns book, written by Anne Byron. And you really need something, the chocolate cake, like I said, it has the simple ingredients. The coconut and the walnuts in German chocolate gives it that extra texture. So you're not just having the same thing that you would have at like a birthday party or some kind of food gathering. And it's something that will really make your guests want to try it again, and they'll realize that you're a good cook and they will want it. Also, the recipe for German chocolate is by Rose Birnbaum in the Heavenly Cakes book, and also, let's see. Oh, that was for the frosting, I'm sorry. And then the German chocolate cake is out of the Home and Gardens book by Betty Crocker. Okay, and then for German chocolate cake, you'd want to mix all your dry ingredients. That's why it's a longer process. And then you would want to mix all your wet ingredients. And then you end up combining the ingredients. And then you would get a 13 by 9 inch pan. And you would pour them all in the pan. And then you would end up baking it at 375 for 40 minutes, like I said. And then with the chocolate cake, you would end up mixing all your ingredients at once. You don't have to take the 12-step process to do them like you do with the German chocolate cake. And I think the reason the German chocolate cake has so many steps is because it is a lot better than chocolate cake. Like I said, it gives you that wow factor. But you bake that at 350 for 30 minutes. Also, let's see. Oh, the German chocolate cake was invented by Sam German. It says that at www.cookingAmerica.net. It gives you where the cake came from and how he invented it, which is a pretty cool thing. So it gives you more insight on what you're eating and where it came from. And this is something that I would really tell you to make. Like I said, your guests would really be improved, or I mean, not improved. They'd really be wowed. And I'm going to show you that the German chocolate cake, as you can see, it has the coconut on the top, and it just looks really pretty, and you can even see the coconut on the inside, and then you can see the chocolate frosting on the top. And the extra time makes it look really pretty, which really draws guests into wanting to eat it, whereas you have plain chocolate cake. I mean, if you were to sit there and look at both of these, I'm sure you'd want to take the one that has more texture and pretty designs on it than this one that's just boring. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to take a bite for you. Plain chocolate cake, there's nothing to it. There's no, I don't know, it's not as good. Whereas when you take a bite of the German chocolate, you get the coconut and you get pecans in it. So it gives it a crunch. And you really want to go back for another piece, whereas chocolate cake you don't want to. So if you're having any kind of gathering, I really encourage you to try my recipe. Like I said, you can go to Betty Crocker book on the Home and Gardens recipe, and you will find it there.
Yay.